We grew up being told it was just a hat, but some of us never stopped seeing the snake. When you were small, you saw things no one asked you to explain. Somewhere along the way, you learned to look without seeing. But some part of you never stopped looking. It surfaces sometimes, in the middle of ordinary things, like a memory you never meant to keep.
Today, we're looking at one of the hottest AI tools everyone has been talking about lately. The scene you just watched was not filmed. The character, the environment, the lighting, even the camera movement, everything was created with AI. But what matters here isn't just how it looks, what matters is how it holds together. Because usually when you generate AI video, you get fragments. Short clips that look good for a moment, but fall apart the second you try to build something longer. The character changes, the atmosphere resets, the story breaks. So instead of testing visuals, I wanted to test something more important. Can AI actually hold a story? So I started with a simple idea, a messenger in medieval Florence, carrying a sealed letter through narrow streets at dawn, trying to reach the palace before the gates close. And that's it, no complex prompt, no overthinking, and instead of building everything manually, I let the system take that idea and turn it into structure. The first step was creating the project. Inside the platform, everything starts from a simple project page. On the left, you have your projects. At the bottom, there's a Create New Project button. Once you enter, the workflow is already laid out. Characters, storyboard, video, and history. So instead of jumping between tools, everything happens in one place. Next, I set the format. For this kind of cinematic scene, I chose 16:9. But if you're creating for vertical platforms, you can switch to 9:16 or even square. Then comes the character. This is where the story actually begins. I described a young medieval messenger, early 20s, focused, slightly worn out clothes, carrying a leather satchel, moving with urgency through the city. Nothing overly detailed. Just enough to define identity. The system analyzed that and suggested a visual direction. I chose photorealistic live action because I wanted it to feel like a real film, not an illustration. If you already have a reference image, you can upload it here. But in this case, I let the system generate everything from scratch. And honestly, the result already felt grounded. From there, the interesting part begins. Turning the idea into scenes. Inside the keyframe section, the system takes your concept and builds a visual storyboard, not one image, but a sequence. In this case, it generated multiple shots, the messenger moving through empty streets, passing under stone arches, approaching the palace gates as guards begin to close them. Each frame represents a moment in the story. And the important part is, it stays consistent. Same character, same world, same tone. If needed, you can adjust each frame. But here, the sequence already worked, so I approved it. Next comes video generation. This is where everything becomes dynamic. Each keyframe turns into a moving shot. Camera motion, lighting transitions, subtle animation. And then the system stitches all of it together into one continuous sequence. This step usually takes some time since everything needs to be rendered properly, but once it's done, you don't just get clips, you get a scene. Something that actually feels connected, like part of a larger story.
The inner keep. Which way?
No. Looking nefarious.
Where are the dispatches received?
And if you want to refine things further, the editing tools are already built in. Right below the video, you'll find options like download, editor, upscale, and share. You can jump into the editor and fine-tune anything you want. But what stood out to me here isn't just the result, it's the process. Because this doesn't feel like generating content, it feels like directing. You start with an idea, you define a character, you shape a moment. And instead of assembling everything manually, the system builds the structure around your story. From streets to gates to the final moment, everything flows. So instead of creating random clips, you start building something that actually feels like a film. This was created using PAI inside Utopai Studio. The difference is simple. It doesn't just generate visuals, it helps you hold a story. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.